Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, in southwest Suffolk County on Long Island. Long Island's largest rock salt source and your largest source for anything you need to get you through this winter. 631-756-1125 is the telephone number, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. So we're going to start off as we've been starting off pretty much every day for the last 2 weeks. This may be the eighth or ninth consecutive storm system to come through in the western part of the United States. And there's at least one more behind that one. That one might turn out to be the last one in this series as we roll along and start to see the pattern change across the Pacific. Meanwhile, in the eastern part of the United States, we actually have a coastal storm developing off North Carolina that is going to be moving slowly northeastward to southeast of Cape Cod, and it'll probably throw back certainly clouds and maybe even a little bit of snow to coastal and southeastern New England. But other than that, no weather issues. That storm at least keeps things dry in much of the east from New York State down to Florida, although we do have clouds and some snow still going on in parts of the Appalachian Mountains. And as we check out the radars, and we can see there is precipitation going on in Maine, and also in southeastern New England, in just southeast of Boston to Cape Cod. We also have that developing low producing some showers to coastal North Carolina, and you can see the snow that is back in West Virginia down through western Virginia, eastern Kentucky, and eastern Tennessee. That is going to start to wind down as the day goes on. Meanwhile, big rains continue out in the west in California as that latest storm system that we saw on the satellite loop showed, and it's just been just unrelenting out there with regards to what's been going on rain-wise. And for the next 7 days, we're still seeing anywhere from several to many inches up and down the west coast, although the area of many inches has shrunk a bit, but still, it is significant rainfall for the next 7 days. Significant rains in the next 7 days across the deep south and the lower Tennessee Valley. And we're seeing anywhere from a half to 3/4 of an inch expected in parts of the Northeast. As far as snow is concerned, there's actually a 20%, 10 to 20% chance, and in that darker green, a 20 to 30% chance of at least a couple of inches for parts of southeastern Massachusetts. So we'll see how that plays out with that low developing off the North Carolina coast. I'm really not expecting too much out of this. And also in Maine, we are seeing some high probabilities of at least 2 or 3 inches, at least 2 inches of snow, 50% or higher. In northern and eastern Maine, left over from this first system, and then the low off North Carolina that's going to be moving northward. And with respect to the long range later next week, this is for Thursday into Friday. We're seeing 10 to 30% for the northern half of Pennsylvania to southern New England and southern New York State. And in the darker green areas, a 30 to 50% chance that we could see at least a few inches of snow there, and also in northeastern Michigan. So as we move forward, there's really not a whole lot here to speak of. With regards to the weather, the weekend is going to be on the chilly side, especially today, with that northerly flow and all that storminess off the east coast. And you see that low that's way east of North Carolina throws a little bit of snow back later Sunday night into early Monday morning to southeastern New England and Maine, and maybe even a little bit of freezing rain there. But up and down the east coast, it's dry. The next storm system heads to the lakes, and because there's still a storm near Nova Scotia, that system's going to fall apart, and then a follow-up storm later in the week could bring some precipitation, probably rain near the coast, and maybe some snow out of this well inland. Just still not bullish with regards to winter weather, at least through next week. And that pretty much sums up the way the winter is going. So we'll wrap it up here with respect to Weather in 5. There's a Joe and Joe weather show tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. I'm on the road today, so we will see you then.